through this door lies another dimension. One of beeps, one of boops. A reality where 8-bit and HD clash. This is the point where new and retro meet. The sixth and a half dimension, protected by the arcade overlord. You have crossed into the turbo zone.
Welcome to the Turbo Zone, where
Turbo!
things happen, like E3.
Sony E3.
Fantastic.
So, do you guys want to introduce yourself so people can know who you are?
Yeah, we're the Itch Network. I'm Spencer.
I'm Eric.
And we're your favorite internet video game guys.
Streaming emulators every week.
Yeah.
Do we even have a slogan like that?
No, we should get one.
We don't have a Turbo Zone thing.
You guys need one, like scratching the itch of gaming. I don't know, something like
Scratch your gaming itch.
scratch your gaming itch.
Yeah.
Scratch your fashion itch.
Feeling itchy.
Yeah. Scratch that fashion itch. Anyway. Okay, so it's E3 2017. I just realized that
Sony.
the shit. Anyway, keep going.
What?
The
What did you
thumbnail I
realize?
used says E3 2016. I just realized.
Professionalism.
Quality control, man. Quality control.
I am talented. I would hire me for everything.
Okay,
Anyway.
well,
So Sony's press conference, 2017 E3. It
hey.
started off with... What did it start off with again? It started off that music.
I have the list.
no, it started off with the budget. Like that's where the budget went.
Oh,
yeah.
Was the opening.
Don't they always do some kind of orchestra thing? Like last year, they actually had an orchestra. This year,
Well, like last year was the first time they did that, and you know, it was for the big reveal of God of War, and everybody was like, "Oh!" And while I think that game looks stupid, that was a cool way to do that. This year they were like, "Oh shit!" Last year we did a thing, so we got to do the thing, guys. What we got? Hold on. What can we get?
Hey, my next door neighbors, they play was it a scimitar?
It's a sitar.
A sitar. It plays a sitar.
They played a sitar.
Okay.
He just sits in his garage and plays and smokes hookah all day. I'm pretty sure he's free to do it, man.
Do we have a stock waterfall? Yeah, dude. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, bring that on. Okay, we're good.
I will say I'm pretty sure that the background images for their little thing were the different logos for the different franchises there or the games that they were showing off.
I couldn't tell.
When we were watching the Detroit Humans that they announced that they were showing off, I'm pretty sure that logo for their flag that they were stamping everywhere was one of the logos I saw on that. So it's the cool-ish kind of thing, but it's so. I mean, I doubt anyone's really going to notice that.
I thought, like, for real, whenever like it was going, I thought it was the what's the game series? Hold on, Ubisoft. What is it? Yes, that one. Yeah. Yeah.
He placed a little bit better, but I mean, it makes sense. You get attached to that a little bit. I hope we're not being culturally insensitive.
Wouldn't want that.
Okay, yeah. So that happened. They came out. They played a song for us, and
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. And then we moved on to
I clapped.
Uncharted thing.
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Uncharted, starring Lara Croft.
I wish. You see
Right?
that character?
Swan dive, break her neck.
Oof, getting eaten by a bear.
Man, am I not excited for that game?
Spencer, you're a little quiet now.
Looks great.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
It
It looks good.
I think it looks great. It's just I played it 4 times.
Is this a new story? Is this the same story?
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a new story.
Yeah, so we gotta give it a shot. You can't just.
I'll give it a try, but I'm just kind of sour after they were.
Did you play 4?
After 4? Yes, and 4 was great, but they were like, this is the last of the story, guys.
They did not say that.
They said it was the last of the story.
They said it was the last of the Nathan Drake story.
Whatever, but still, it was just like, oh, cool, okay, awesome, it's a great way to end it. And then they were like, oh, never mind, we got to make more money.
Yeah.
Well, they can follow different characters. I mean, it's the age of female protagonists. So
Yeah, she's gonna be strong and
The only way I
independent.
would have cared if they were like, it's the spin-off games starring Sullivan.
oh yeah,
Yeah, we could do that.
'Cause he's like the only other like really interesting character that a series has.
I'm sure he'll show up. They'll
Well,
always,
he has to.
yeah, they'll bring those kinds of characters back. I'm sure.
But I don't know. I mean, you know what? I'll try it. I just like I wasn't blown away. It was just like, oh.
Well, I think the problem is we knew it was there. That's going to be a common theme in this Sony press conference. Is
Yeah,
there
like,
weren't any
were, like no surprises.
no
really.
real
Well,
surprises.
there were, like,
There's a couple.
Well, there was a couple. Yeah,
But,
yeah,
like-
like there's a couple small ones.
But they weren't as monumental as they have been the last couple of years.
Yeah, they were just kind of like, you guys remember when we talked about this game? Well, here it is again.
And
Okay.
I think what it is I think they're holding their hand until the PlayStation Experience. So
okay.
When
like-
is that at? Actually, I'm gonna hold on.
like
When is the PlayStation?
September, maybe.
That's still a pretty long while away for this kind of show, because like not like saying it's only like 3 months away really, but like in terms of like internet time, like this E3 is going to be ancient by September.
Oh, dude, December 9th and 10th. It was announced an hour ago.
Oh, it was
wow,
announced an
yeah,
hour ago. Okay.
Yeah, they wasted so much potential with the E3 then.
Well, E3 for Sony is usually like these games will happen at some point. They've
okay.
never been one to like say these, like the Bethesda one. The good thing about it, one of the few like standout great things about them is they're like all these are coming out by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, no.
Whereas
like,
Sony is like these games will come out at some point.
yeah,
Probably.
like Bethesda was like, here's games, and like I didn't care about like seeing Skyrim for the 8th time, but I was like, hey, The Evil Within 2, and hey, Wolfenstein 2, and I was like, cool games I care about, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, at least
Okay.
at least we know that Sony is like when they show these games, we know that most they'll be delayed. They won't be canceled like fucking Scalebound. God damn it, Xbox.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad I sold my Xbox. Okay, so what was after?
All right, next
Uncharted?
up was Horizon Zero Dawn: The Frozen Wilds, which is coming out
Oh
this year.
yeah, I still haven't played it.
DLC.
Do you guys care about that?
Horizon Zero Dawn is one of my favorite games of the year. I think it's really, really good. I've never been one for DLC, so we'll see if I even grab it. But
I remember when you picked up the
great.
Tomb Raider DLC.
oh yeah, horribly disappointed. Really angry.
Yeah, that scarred you. You were already against it, against
Yeah.
DLC in general, and then you tried it, and
got burned.
yep.
I got burned bad, man.
I don't know.
So what was after? Oh,
I have
go
no
ahead.
opinion on that. So sorry, I was saying I have no input.
It's cool if you like DLC. I would recommend it, but if you move on from that, then whatever. Hopefully, at one
I didn't
point
play the
they'll
original.
hopefully they'll release like a Horizon Zero Dawn Game of the Year
Oh,
collection or something.
You know they will.
Yeah.
Like, this is the definitive game of the year.
And so if you're in
Euro
between,
edition.
I would just wait for that one, and then
Okay.
get that later because it's great. It's absolutely phenomenal. But I don't
Well,
know
I
if
bought
I'd ever go
Nier.
back.
I say I bought Nier instead. So I
That's a
played
good
Nier
game too.
instead.
That's a good game too.
Yeah.
So next up was Days Gone.
What was your? You said
It was like if they combined The Walking Dead and Sons of Anarchy.
yeah.
That's all it is, guys. It's just bikers with zombies. And
It's at least the story, and you nailed it. Like that's as I was watching it, I was like, I feel like I've seen this somewhere. Like I feel like I've seen this character in some other thing.
Yeah.
you have. It's like all of media in the last like fucking 10 years.
It's got some impressive tech to it.
Just
I like
man,
that,
like,
but yeah, it's kind of
these-
it's a boring like tired content. Somebody's like
Yeah.
smashing against their microphone.
It's not me. These apocalyptic settings are just getting old now.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the world's ended, and then the world's ended, and then guys, the world ended again.
Yeah. Not to backtrack too hard, but Horizon Zero Dawn did it really well. Whereas
No,
this
no,
one
like-
is like
Like that game looked really interesting when it came out. I haven't had a chance to really sit down with it yet.
Yeah, whereas this one it's like it's the same path that they always tread with these kinds of games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's got impressive tech. I'm sure it's got impressive people working on it, but it's like it's really tired formula. So that's a bummer. You ready to go to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the
Yeah.
next one is more for Alex.
Oh shit! I know what it is.
It is Monster Hunter coming out early
Monster Hunter-
2018.
Yeah,
Monster Hunter Worlds.
Worlds.
Is that what it
yeah.
is? Worlds?
Like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
That was a general surprise because I
Yeah.
didn't expect that.
Yeah, I didn't see
Like-
that coming.
Like I expected, because like they're doing Monster Hunter XX on the Switch, which is the HD version of Generations. But I was not expecting this game, and I'm super excited because I love Monster Hunter. So
I wonder if that's gonna be full price.
I don't know.
60
But-
bucks.
Is this Worlds? So it seemed like you recognize some of the spots, like some of the zones.
No,
I think
it's
just
just
the
recognized
style.
gameplay.
The-
Yeah,
the-
yeah. Like
Okay.
Like when you see
Yeah,
when you see the big sword and it's got the like part of the animal as the sword. That's
yeah, and you
Yeah.
pretty much a
yeah,
staple.
and it's like no other game plays like that series, so it's just like really recognizable.
Okay, so we don't know if it's actually it's probably not a remake then. It's probably new content.
No, yeah. It looks like a whole new game, which is really cool because
yeah. I wonder if they'll do
you
more
know,
than
the-
4 players.
yeah, because like like the possibility of like playing online with the PS4 is like great with like that kind of game.
Yeah,
So-
that'd be cool if you could put like 8 people in that game because usually it's 4, right? It's capped off at 4.
Yeah, well, that's under like the 3DS though, but yeah, it's because it's a 3DS.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. But that's really interesting. I'm surprised they went with that. It's good in a good way. Next up was Shadow of the Colossus coming out in 2018.
Man, is that a remaster or a remake? Like, are they remastering it or are they remaking it?
I mean, it looked like a remaster. It doesn't really need a remake. I mean, there's little touches they could make to like the camera, but it plays pretty solid, and it didn't look like it was any different.
Like, I mean, I'll play it again. I was just curious because, like, why would they waste the E3 time with like a like port? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I'm curious. Well, because it'll sell. Because they did the Last Guardian before, and I wonder if like it's gonna be cheap, like $20.
I would say like 40.
I
Like,
don't
that's
know.
what like a lot of those go. Like, that's what the Ratchet and Clank one went for, was 40.
Yeah, but that was a
Sure,
whole like built from the ground up remake.
Remaster.
That's true.
Or
That is
remake,
very
yeah,
true.
sorry.
But it did use a lot of the originals, like level design and stuff. So, I would say it's like in a weird middle ground.
Yeah, it's really. I love that game, but I've also bought it 2 times now.
Spencer, why do you love it?
We should explain that at some point on a series in the mornings.
Hey, are you guys plugging on my channel?
Oh no, no!
No, we're brainstorming.
Oh, okay.
What of beeps? What of boops? Turbo
yeah.
sold. Okay, next up.
The branding.
No, but seriously, I would actually like to play through that game. It would be my first time through.
Yeah,
Oh,
we should
really?
do that. We should do it. It's not even that
It's a
long.
good game. It's a really good game.
Yeah, it's not even that long. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is coming out September 19th.
They showed no gameplay, just story. What the fuck?
The engrossing story of Mega Man teaming up with Ken to
Yeah,
defeat.
teaming up with a Rocket Raccoon. Like what? Like, okay, like don't get me wrong. I think it's cool that there is a story there, but like
I
the
don't.
story on Street Fighter V was shit. And like if you're like showing a fighting game, like I want to see the actual fighting game, not like but now these characters are talking. And I'm like, oh.
I will say there was
yeah.
a shit ton of characters.
No, yeah, but
I was
notably
racking my
no
brain.
no X-Men though, because they're only using the properties that Disney owns. So no X-Men, no Deadpool, yeah, none of the mutants and stuff.
I'm just getting like war flashbacks from Project X Zone 2. Yeah.
just a zoom in on your face and just.
Really
Oh, man.
could not have hated that game more. Quite honest.
I still need to play 2. I like the original enough. I still need to play 2. I
I'm
just
sure the
haven't.
original one was terrible too. There's no way it was.
I'm pretty sure you've offered to give me your copy of 2 like 8 times now.
Yeah. Yes, I would like it out of my house, please.
Send it to me. I'll play it.
All right,
Oh.
we'll make that happen. Next up was Call of Duty World War II.
We're still making these guys.
We're so good. They've literally gone full circle with Call of Duty.
Oh no, totally, dude. It's crazy. It's like, oh, we're in the future. Now we're in the past. Okay.
You know what? I'm actually mad at them for listening to the fans. They're like,
I'm actually
like,
I mean,
we don't like the future stuff. Like, okay, we know that World War II sold, so let's just go back and do
Yeah,
that.
no. See, that's not what happened. They didn't listen to the fans. They listened to Battlefield's sales. That's what happened. Was they saw their sales figures and then they were like, oh well, let's make a Call of Duty that's in the past.
That could be it too. That's probably it. That's probably it.
Because Battlefield 1.
I think it was they could have gone with the future thing, but they could have made it less stupid.
Just combine them both. Just make me a futuristic World War I game.
Dude, why don't you make an alternate reality World War II?
That's Wolfenstein.
Cool. That sounds great.
Yeah.
But make it a multiplayer, shooter. But set in this weird alternate reality World War II.
So
that'd be tight. Instead, it's just gonna be hyper realistic. Yeah. Okay. Skyrim. Now they talked about VR for a while. It's Skyrim.
VR. Supermassive Games made a game, and then they showed a different game, and then Supermassive Games made another game.
Yeah,
that's their VR. That's their VR team. They're just like, okay, guys, just make some VR games. So they had like the Impatient, and then they had Bravo Team, which are both really generic looking games.
And Star Child, and then the two highlights are definitely Skyrim, and then the other one that we should definitely talk about for 2 hours.
Hold on. Before we get to that one, can I ask with Star Child, how does VR help a 2D side scroller?
I'm curious as well.
You can make things happen with the environment to help them move.
Yeah,
I don't understand how the perspective would help though. That's my only issue.
I guess if you imagine like Mario, you're scrolling through or whatever, and there's an option for you to grab something out of his way to like knock a bridge down so he can jump across it.
Yeah,
you're basically you're helping him progress. It would be. I don't know how engaging it would be.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I don't think that would work very well.
It's up to them to prove it.
If you're playing, if you're playing, like say, take Mario. Yeah, if you're playing Mario and you have to like break away from being Mario to help Mario, it's kind of counterproductive.
But what if you're not breaking away?
Well, I mean, like you still have to do something
using like a portal gun to help yourself.
Yeah, it seems kind of dumb.
I don't know. Let's. It's unique, and I think we should just let them prove if it's good or not.
Okay. So yeah. So let's move on to the real star of the show.
All right. There's two stars of the show, and neither are Star Child. Ironically, the first one.
Oh, was it hardware? Hardware improvements?
No, none of that.
Oh.
Second place is Skyrim VR.
Okay, that one I don't really care about.
We've heard about Skyrim like 8 times so far in E3 just this year. That's cool.
Hey guys, you want to play Skyrim again?
People really apparently want to play Skyrim again. Like nobody at this point is like, I haven't played Skyrim yet. I should give it a shot. It's like we want to play it again.
Wait. Can I be the first? Can I be the first?
I also have not.
No. You have to meet 2 requirements. You have to have never played Skyrim and you will play Skyrim.
Oh well, I won't.
Maybe.
That's not my style of game.
Maybe on the Switch it'll win you over.
Actually, on the VR is more likely to win me over than anything.
I don't know. I'm just not into those like open style games.
I'd be curious to see if it works.
I'll pick it up for the VR and give it a shot.
But by far the most amazing VR experience you can expect.
Final Fantasy
will be coming out September 2017, and it's Final Fantasy 15.
The Final Fantasy announcement. It's the announcement we all wanted, guys. Not 7, not Dissidia. We wanted Final Fantasy 15 fucking fishing, guys.
What was it called?
Monster of the Deep.
Monster of the Deep.
Okay, so like in 15, like fishing is a thing, but like what I didn't see a need to make it into its own like thing. Like, is fishing in that game really that fun? Like I didn't find it to be that fun.
Didn't they announce like last year there's gonna be a Final Fantasy VR?
Yeah.
Is this what they meant?
No.
Oh, is there like a real one?
Yeah, it's something separate.
Yeah, because I thought you were gonna play as the other guy, the little blonde kid. something.
Prompto.
I bet you this is it.
Him.
I bet you they're gonna cancel that one and say we gave it to you. It's called Monsters.
Now we're fishing, guys. No, they're gonna keep it in development for 10 years and then call it 16.
Yeah.
So wait,
yeah.
so I fish up Leviathan out of the water, and then he becomes my friend in God of War.
Yeah.
He helps Kratos.
It's cross DLC. Yeah. That's gonna be great.
Nice, dude.
smart.
That's progressive.
Yeah, there we
It's
go.
innovative.
You gotta give more credit, man. Like they put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah. Wow. That's really embarrassing, and it's almost like Sony wanted to slap us in the face.
Did they? Okay, so I didn't watch the Square Enix conference because I've been a little busy. But did they even talk about this?
Was there one? It's not on. It's not on any schedule.
Or
I
no?
haven't seen
Or did
anything
they? Okay, okay, because last year they had one, so I don't know if they had one or not. So they didn't have one this year.
I didn't see one on any schedule.
Okay.
I know they
Well-
released it in info on Kingdom Hearts 3. Boy, that
Maybe
game
they
looks great.
Maybe they didn't have another conference because all they had was fishing.
Yeah.
Probably.
Their conference was outside, out in the lake. Fishing up monsters from the deep.
Okay.
All right, we'll move on from the VR stuff. There's a new release called Moss from company Polyarc.
Moss.
There's the mouse and the snake.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
I remember because it actually graphically it kind of, not fully, but kind of reminded me of Ori.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think by this point I turned on my PSP. And I was playing with PSP.
What's a PSP?
It's
Moving
better than a Vita.
How dare you? No, it is not.
Ouch! Shots fired.
Take that back. It's not true.
Well,
you can get all the PSP games on the Vita.
Not all of them.
The good ones, yeah, almost all of them.
I guess whatever.
Um,
Well,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Everybody-
Moss. Yeah, Moss the snake and mouse. It kind of reminded me of like a Kingdom Hearts style, like kitty running around smacking stuff. Didn't really. It's definitely meant for like 8-year-olds. I don't think it's really.
8-year-olds with VR headsets.
Was it VR? I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a VR game, right?
it was at the end of it. I wasn't sure if it was or not. It might have been.
I thought it was. So,
It might
Oh.
be VR. It might not. Either way, it doesn't look like it, but it must be a weird use of it. It's
Yeah.
okay.
it's a goofy looking little game. Do you guys know Kingdom Hearts came out in 2002?
Yep.
And Kingdom
I was
Hearts 3 is
in
going to come out.
high school.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to come out in 2018, 19, or 20.
2000 never when they keep fucking pushing it back.
Hasn't the
But you
market
know-
kind of moved on from Kingdom Hearts?
No, like, okay, little tangent here. They could never release that game and just keep pushing it back and showing us like very small things at a time, and they would still get money
Yeah.
because all the fans would be like, "Oh, it's coming! Oh, it's coming! Oh, it's coming!" Like you've been saying that for
Aren't
years.
those people a little old? Haven't we gotten
mean,
a little
like,
bit
I
old
don't-
for Kingdom Hearts?
Well, like I don't mind Kingdom Hearts, but I remember being I was like, I had to have been like 13 or 14 when I played 2, and I was like super into it, and then now I went back and tried to play 2, and I was like, eh.
I don't know.
I don't-
Anyway,
So I don't know, but you guys didn't see my Snapchat the other day, but
I
I
missed
was
it.
rocking out to some Aladdin. I can show you the world.
Ooh.
So I don't think I outgrew this game.
No,
But-
like I think you know what? 3 really has to impress me because I think that the other ones haven't really aged.
did you
well.
see the
That's just me.
trailer?
I have not watched it yet.
Oh, it's
I've
not
been-
impressive.
I've been a little busy. The only thing I watched outside of this was the Bethesda stuff and Ubisoft, which was surprisingly good.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ubisoft was shockingly great.
Yeah,
I was not,
it was weird. I
I was like, wait, how did
they did
Ubisoft
a-
have the best conference?
they did a good one.
That was left field for sure. Are you ready to
Spencer
move?
made a Spencer made a comment just before the Ubisoft thing. He's like, "Well, I'm not going to be surprised by anything."
I'm surprised by everything.
Yeah, literally. What?
Come on, hold on. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is happening. Finally.
Right, like,
Yeah.
how did they get the biggest stunner of the year?
Been locking that game in the cellar for years now, and they were just like, "Okay, bring it out. It's time."
Wow.
That guy was crying about it.
Oh no! Well, he's been working on it for so long now.
Yeah,
like, he's
they
been
put a lot
trying
of
to get it
barriers in
off the
front of him.
ground. Yeah.
And it's like that came out on the Xbox, the original Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like a sleeper hit, and then they're like, "We'll never make another one." And he's kind of like, "I really want to."
He's like, "Well, guys, like, I kind of want to, guys." And they're like, "No." It's just,
We want to make
okay.
Assassin's Creed 8 times. So anyway,
Guess what's coming out for the backwards compatibility for the Xbox One?
Prince of Persia.
No,
Oh,
Beyond
just
Good and
kidding.
Evil.
yep, there you
Oh,
go.
hey.
That's
hey,
true.
I have an Xbox. I have an Xbox copy. I mean, I don't have an Xbox One though, so
I bet you they'll package the first
I'm
one
halfway
with it.
there.
I bet they'll package
cool.
the first one with it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I would hope so. All right, now here's where Alex and I split on opinions, because the next game they showed was God of War.
Fucking stupid.
I think it looks great. I see nothing wrong with it, except I do agree
I
that
see
at
everything.
the end was a little
okay.
bit goofy.
Okay. So from what I can tell now, because I've seen a little more gameplay now, the combat itself looks a little Dark Souls-ish, which is okay. Like, that's fine. That combat can work. It's the fact that they're taking this kind of narrative approach and trying to turn Kratos, who was once this, like... Okay, Kratos in the first 6 games, he was not a good guy. Like, you're not supposed to, like, want to side with Kratos, but you're intrigued. It's it's like a Breaking Bad. Like, Walter White's not a good guy, but you're intrigued to see where he goes. And the fact that they're taking that kind of character and giving him a son and being like, now you care, right? Is kind of ass backwards. Like, they're turning the series inside out. Like, that's not what it is at all. And that's not what that character is at all. He's not a fatherly, emotional figure. He's a fucking brutal, uncaring, unloving, like, god slayer.
But that's what makes it interesting.
No, it doesn't. It makes it stupid because, like, you...
Well, just because he wasn't that
like,
before doesn't mean he can't be now.
I don't know. Well, like, there are certain things you expect with a character, right? Like, you don't take Mario and make him fucking, like, I don't even know,
A
like...
plumber.
Yeah, you don't take him, make him an actual plumber. You have him jump on turtles. But like Kratos is kind of an icon for Sony, and like, it seems kind of backwards what they're doing. Like, I don't like this game. Like, I don't agree with its like whole existence.
I would heavily
I don't
prefer
care.
this game to the original God of War series.
Like, I don't care if it comes out and people are like, it's the best game of all time. I'm not gonna play it.
Oh, well, I would. I'm totally all in for it. I think it looks great. I don't
think it's
quite
pretty.
understand the.
I think it's a pretty game.
I don't understand the ending to this trailer.
I like the friendly Leviathan.
What's he saying, son? He wants to be
He
our
wants to help.
friend.
He wants to help us. Just like, yes, now right on his back across the ocean.
Yeah, that was.
Use surf.
yeah, he's surf the Leviathan. He's Lapras. That was a little dumb. And by little, I mean really dumb.
I mean, it
Like-
does look pretty, but that's not really saying much because most PS4 games now look pretty good. So
I don't know. I think it looks outstanding, and I want it very much.
what do you think, Eric? Do you want to play this game?
This will be my first God of War.
Well, see,
yeah, I do.
you
actually.
guys. Okay, see, so you guys aren't attached to the original series.
No, I played a little of one. I didn't love it because I don't like hack and slash games.
Well, see, I played all six, and what I loved about it was not only because it was like, I wouldn't say the first, but like really one of the first times that kind of character that got that much attention of just like, oh, he's fucking evil, but he's awesome. But also, it really got like the Greek mythology elements right. And it's just, because like in Greek mythology, like that kind of character could have happened. Like he could have just murdered everybody, and that would have been.
That's what happens when you switch religions, going Norse.
Yeah, going Norse, and I was like, I'm a father, and now I got a son.
I will say that if you want to try and give it like a leg to stand on, he's old. he's basically retiring. He's taken care of all of his Greek gods, and now he's just trying to live out his days, kind of like a Joel kind of situation.
Yeah, but Joel didn't kill millions of people.
He killed a lot of people.
But not but he didn't kill like a whole religion.
Well, Joel, it was very well established. Joel did a lot of really bad things.
I know, but I don't know. Once again, this is also just The Last of Us. That's also my problem too, is that Sony's making the same game again.
I would argue this is very different from The Last of Us. I can see the similarities. There's definitely similarities, but I would say it's pretty different.
Yeah, the similarities being the parent and
the parent and the story
kid relationship.
It's an adventure.
Which, yeah, I mean, pulling on the heartstrings and stuff. That's how you get people really invested in your story, where you make it a worldwide thing. Like God of War is a great game from what I've seen, from what I've heard and stuff. But a lot of people are just like, yeah, I like beating shit up.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Now it looks like they're trying to evolve it, and in all honesty, I'm okay with seeing different games evolve itself. I'm not okay with Banjo-Kazooie evolving to nuts and bolts.
Okay, so hold on. So what's the difference there? What's the difference?
A game evolving?
Yeah, no. Okay, what's the difference between God of War and this God of War and Banjo and Banjo Nuts and Bolts? What's the difference? Because it's the exact same thing. Keeping the same characters, giving them new designs and new gameplay. I
don't know if the gameplay is
the driving
too crazy different.
The driving force, I guess, is what's motivating the characters. The big difference between God of War's previously to this one is his motivation factor. It's what's his end goal. To this one, it kind of seems like he wants to just survive. To the previous ones, where he wanted to slay. Is from what I can see. Am I off?
I guess you're right. I mean, we don't really know what exactly is going on in the new game, but from what we can tell, yeah.
From what I can tell, it looks like he's trying to live his life out and just live the last of his days kind of thing. From what I can see, what they've shown so far. With what I was saying with Nuts and Bolts and Banjo-Kazooie and stuff is that they changed the core game mechanic, I guess. I guess it wasn't a great comparison on my part. But they changing a big game mechanic, evolving a game to where they're trying to evolve the character itself in God of War. Because I think at some point,
going
if
from
you look
Crash
at
Bandicoot 3 to Crash Bandicoot Racing.
No, we're not comparing. Yes, the character development.
What's the motivation?
Yeah, that was my bad. That was a bad one. It was almost as bad as what we talked about earlier, Spence.
Yeah.
But I think if you kind of look at war veterans in a sense, the character development of them as their growth, as they are in their young age, they're just I'm going in battle and shooting stuff up and whatnot, and this is super cool and stuff. And then post their experiences, they kind of have a more remorseful feeling, or more. Yeah. They're kind of looking back on everything they did, and they're kind of fuck.
Yeah, see, but that's the issue, though, is that with a character like Kratos, while he is a quote-unquote badass character in the original games, with that kind of character, you're not supposed to feel remorse. You look at a character like Breaking Bad's Walter White. At the very end of Breaking Bad, he felt remorse. He was kind of done with things, but you as the viewer, which is which is done on purpose, you as the viewer, you didn't feel remorse because you've watched him do these awful things up to that point.
Wait, what are you talking about? I felt remorse.
Did you? Because
yes.
Because he still even if he saved Jesse, at the very end, he's still the reason why he was locked up in there.
Yeah, but you can see the transformation. That's the point of it.
No, but he wasn't he wasn't trying to be a good guy. He was just trying to get things settled and then die. You weren't supposed to feel
yes, you
he's
were.
making up
You're
for
crazy.
shit.
Yes, you absolutely
were supposed
were.
no.
After 5 seasons with the character, you didn't feel anything.
No, No, I not feel remorse because I saw the monster that he became,
No.
and that was
You're
the full.
they didn't
that
have a
was
show
the
go
full-
for 5 seasons.
That was the full transformation.
No,
Yes,
they did not have a
That was
show
the
go for
point.
5 seasons, so you'd feel nothing at the end.
That was the point of the show. The point of the show
Is
was
to
the
see
show.
you're seeing a good guy become a villain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, pretty much.
But
Yeah,
he's still,
and,
the point is to get emotionally attached to it and see him change.
the villain can't become the good guy. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Villains become good guys all the time.
When?
Metal Gear
Vegeta,
Solid, it happens tons.
Frieza.
Vegeta.
Yeah, I mean, in any art
You ever
form you'll
watched
see it.
Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it in any art form you look at. Absolutely, villains can become good guys.
Yeah, but that's like take a real life stance. Like, when does anybody ever like murder somebody and be like, well, now I'm the good guy?
Like all the real life murders that I know of. Let me check down the street.
I'm just
Hey,
saying,
John,
like,
are you a good guy now?
But like,
Hold on,
exactly. There's
he's
a
mowing
reason
the
why
lawn.
you haven't heard of that. Because it's not a thing that happens in real life. Like that's not like you like do something terrible. Like that's you forever.
No, you can't look at the world black and white like that. Everybody does bad things. You can't just cast a...
No, but like something that terrible. Okay, like people do bad things. Like I'll leave a Waffle House without tipping. Okay, whatever. But like
He's a
kill
bad
like yeah, he's a terrible guy. But like you kill like tons of people, and then you're like, oh, it's okay. I'm a good guy now. No, that's not gonna work. That's gonna follow you forever because you did something.
But that's
that
the character.
nobody should ever do.
That's the character. Is he's being chased by those things. That's
don't know.
That's
I don't-
why he's so grisly.
Okay, we should move on from God of War because I'm just. I'm just gonna argue.
Next,
My final notes on that thing real quick. I was happy when Walter White died. I did not feel bad
Me too.
for him. I felt
Me
bad
too,
for everyone
yeah.
he impacted.
Yeah, see, exactly. Whatever, like that last scene, whenever like he frees Jesse, like you weren't like, oh, he freed Jesse. It's like, holy shit, like he fucked him up. Like Jesse's a horrible shape now. All because of him. Like it's all because of Walter.
Yep. So what happened after God of War
the next
at
step
PlayStation E3 2017?
was Detroit Become Human.
Uh,
I will be interested in the interactive movie.
yeah, I mean, okay, you know what? If it offers as much like. I don't know what to say. Like, if the story branches out as much as it says it's going to, yeah. I mean, like Until Dawn was a pretty cool game, and I didn't play Beyond Two Souls, but Heavy Rain was a pretty cool game, and and like those kind of games can be fun. So if it gives me a fun story and it gives me a lot of options, you know what? I'll give it a go.
Until Dawn mechanically was fun, or are you talking how many options you had?
I say the options, which really options in that game are who lives and who dies, really. I mean,
Yeah, I thought it was a fun $20 game. I would not pay
Yeah,
$60 for that again.
No, I was gonna say if it's
I
60
paid
bucks,
30.
I want like 100 more possible scenarios.
Well, like I paid 30 on Black Friday when it came out.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like it was a fun game. So like if this offers something like that, yeah, I'll give it a go.
I
and then
agree.
September 6th will be Destiny 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
Either of you play that?
I don't really
I
play
watched
Destiny.
I watched my roommate play it.
Are either of you gonna pick
I
it
don't
up?
I don't get it. Is it not Halo?
It is
Definitely not Halo. It's
Halo-
very heavy influence of Halo.
It's like Halo with RPG elements, right?
sure.
Yeah, with a
classes and
class
RPG
system. Yeah,
Yeah,
RPG elements and all that.
Yeah.
It's
no.
mechanically.
Did you play any MMOs? Any kind of like gear progression games?
I mean, technically, if you want to get technical, Monster Hunter is a gear progression game, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
So you just replace your swords with guns, and then
that's it. I don't know. I mean, I'm really not into shooters that much anyway. So
you take out
it's-
the crafting system.
It's really
Okay.
mechanically sound. It had some
Yes.
obvious issues going through it. It's
I'm
done
not
a good
saying
job of progressing it.
Sure.
So
you know.
I'll get it for PC when it comes out for that. I don't know is it still supposed to come out later or for PC?
No,
or?
it's supposed to release same time,
time.
and the difference being is the specs on PC will actually go 60 FPS 4K, to where consoles, even the Pro and the Xbox X, will only go 30 FPS, 4K.
I'm not saying it. It's bad. It's just it's not for me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm actually a huge, big Destiny gamer.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite. God, it has to be my favorite game over the last 3 years. With how many hours I put into it.
I can't promise I'll stick to it, but
That's fine.
I will definitely try, because it's kind of like I'm kind of with Alex on this. Like, first-person shooters are not my strong suit at all. I mean, people have seen me play Overwatch; it's embarrassing. But I will give it my all, and it's a fun game, so I don't have any qualms about it.
It's a team-based game. Is
fun to try it out.
Yeah, the team-based part of it is.
I gotta play with other people.
I just won't take either of you guys into the Crucible, in the PvP.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
But yeah, the exclusive content that they offered, real quick for PS4, it is time gated. So after a year, it'll be available on Xbox and PC.
That's the dumbest thing in the world, because like I don't get how that would actually influence people to buy the game, because like if I had an Xbox One,
you haven't seen Destiny.
If I had I'm just saying, me personally, if I had an Xbox One and I was like, oh well, I won't get that content for 6 months. Oh well. And then I would just do something else for 6 months, and I'd be like, oh look, I have the content.
I know of 2 people who specifically, as soon as because they didn't know, they didn't know they were gonna like Destiny as much as they did. They had an Xbox, they started playing, and they got really into it. And I was playing on PS4, and I was like, "Have you guys tried this gun yet?" Because I didn't know what console they were on. And they go, "What gun is that?" "No, I don't have that." And then they realized that I had exclusive strikes, I had exclusive gear, I had exclusive weapons and stuff.
But was that time gated though? Time gating is what I'm talking about.
So they got it after a year. After 12 months of the stuff coming out, the Xbox would get it. But they were so into Destiny that they sold their Xboxes, bought PS4s.
Wow. I mean, like, I don't know. I think time gating's stupid. I think it's a stupid sales method.
I don't
think it's stupid.
I don't enjoy it, but it does make sales. I mean, I watched 2 people. I'm sure if I watched 2 people out of the 30 that I personally know
Sony was like, yeah, Sony was like, yes, 2 more have joined.
It's a percentage game right there.
Yeah, that's almost 10%. That's like 6%, something. It's a strategy. It helped me buy I was going to anyway, but it pushed me to buy an Xbox One for Tomb Raider. That game was timed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was too.
It pushed me. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it's like the deciding factor, but it was an influence.
Yeah. So after Gary's Destiny 2, what next?
Apparently that's literally the name of the final boss in Destiny. Anyway, and then they capped off the show with the unbelievable. Actually, it wasn't bad. Spider-Man.
Wait,
coming out
was it the end? Was it nothing after? That was the end, wasn't it?
Yep.
You know what? I'm actually excited for the Spider-Man game.
You know, it looks very good. It looks like a very solid game.
Like, I'm not like, oh my god, yeah, Spider-Man, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play that game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll play it. I don't like Spider-Man. Because I don't like comic books, so I don't do any of that. But for what it is, it looks very solid, and I like that it looks like a comic book.
What do you like, Spencer?
Not much in this crazy world that we live in. I think comic books are just offensive, but it looks very good, and I like the art style.
Yeah, I have faith in Insomniac because of Sunset Overdrive, because that game was awesome, and that game was pretty much already like an open world superhero game. So I know they could do it.
Yeah, they're very capable, those guys.
So I mean, I'm not like the biggest Spider-Man fan. Like, I like comic books, but like Spider-Man's always been like the safe one. So like Spider-Man's like the one that you like whenever you're like 8. And then when you get older, it's just like, oh well, there's other comic books too.
Yeah. Did you guys catch at the very end the kid that was taking the video? His name is Miles.
Yeah.
Nope.
So they pulled it from the actual comic book, so they're actually using current like information. They're not
That's
just
cool.
making. It's not based off like the movie or something. It's actually a standalone game from that universe.
And it was smart to show Fisk in that little gameplay thing because there's a lot of people that watch the Daredevil show, and they're like, "Oh, it's Fisk from the Daredevil show."
It's funny, yeah. Like I was watching it and I was like, I cannot remember his actual villain name. I know him as Fisk. Yeah.
So that was cool, but yeah, I mean, that game looks cool. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that were, kind of like that's it, Spider-Man. But I was like, hey, cool, Spider-Man. That was my.
Yep, that's a perfect sound right there. That was Mario's little dying music right there.
No, that was Pac-Man, and that was my text.
Oh, Pac-Man, sorry. Oh, my bad.
Get your icons right. Get your icons right.
So I guess since that's the end of the PlayStation E3 stuff, what were something you guys were actually looking forward to and hoping that PlayStation was going to announce that they actually didn't do anything on?
Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
Shenmue. Because they announced it last year, it got funded, and I was hoping they would show like some like early gameplay or something, or just something. Just show me something.
Yeah, and I guess this topic right here is also expectations for PlayStation Experience. That's happening December 9th and 10th.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
So we didn't see it here, so we expect to see it.
And Dissidia, which they only had like at the very end, like, oh, here it is. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, on their big schedule list.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, cool. It's still happening.
Yeah.
Awesome. I get why they didn't show that one though, because Dissidia is a really niche game. So,
I don't know.
Fighter
Is it,
one, right?
Would you consider it niche? Like you combine fighting with Final Fantasy?
Like Final Fantasy isn't, but like the first few Dissidia games on the PSP and stuff, they were pretty niche.
I think because they were kind of under the radar. If they wanted to make it big, they could.
Well, I think that's true.
I think if they wanted to make it a big deal, they could.
Like mechanically, they don't really like appeal to a quote unquote casual audience, which is what the E3 audience, like a lot of them are going to be. Like people watching that are going to be like, "Ooh, what's Sony got?" And so maybe that's why they also didn't want to show anything like that.
Yeah, I wonder why they make the gameplay so weird.
Because it's Square Enix.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because
they could make that.
It could be straightforward.
if they handed that over to like Axis or Bandai Namco or something.
Wait, Axis they did like the Persona one, right?
I think so.
They did like the Persona fighting game.
And I think they did like the people who did BlazBlue, wasn't that Axis?
Oh, okay. Wait, is that Guilty Gear also?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And they're now working on Dragon Ball Z Fighter.
Sorry, no. Arc System Works. Arc System Works. That's what it's called. I got it wrong.
That's Arc System Works. Okay.
Yeah.
So who's okay? Cool.
So if they gave it to somebody like that or Tecmo or something, they could make like a legit Final Fantasy fighting game.
They don't really hand off Final Fantasy that much, do they?
No, not enough. They've done it in the past here and there, but I think especially now that they're really like enormous and basically almost the size of EA or.
I mean, but like I like the games on PSP, so I'm excited to see it. So on PS4.
Yeah.
So what else? What else are we looking for?
I think we can definitely expect The Last of Us to be there.
Yeah, I was surprised that was.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like I was waiting for the big Last of Us 2.
That's what I thought the last trailer was gonna be. Oh,
I thought it was gonna be the first. You
know what else we should have seen, or we were wondering about is the Infamous. Like I wonder.
I wasn't.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of the series, but it kind of looked like it when it was revealing Big City, like a Big City kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't like that series. I knew that was Spider-Man because that game was hyped up last year.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but I'm not super into Infamous. So,
yeah. What about you, Eric?
So
anything you were expecting or want to see?
I want to see hardware for the VR. I want to see a new camera. I want to see new PlayStation Move controllers. You can keep the headset the same, but I really want new wands or some kind of controller and a new sensor. I want a new PlayStation camera that's it offers more, or at least the ability to dual camera so that I can get a better projection of the room, so I don't feel so constricted. I might be alone on this channel with the VR stuff, or this.
I want them to make a game that doesn't seem like a demo.
Mm.
And I think Skyrim could do it.
Here's the issue with VR is I think if they took away the motion aspect, it'd be a lot better, because what VR games have you played where you actually like are able to move freely? And if they just give you a controller and use the VR for the perspective, it would do the same thing, because plus you would have more options to play the game, because you could just move with the controller. Like,
so they've done Resident Evil 7 that way. That was
okay. Was it? I played it without VR, but
yeah. So it's basically you have your head, so it's weird when you use the controllers. I don't like using the controller playing the VR. I want to be able to use the hand motions.
But that'll limit you though, because you can't move.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They got to find a way to do it. If they upgrade the controller and give me a thumbstick on it.
Well, wait. Didn't the Move have a thumbstick thing before? Like, didn't have a little
no, they're like two wands.
Because I thought the one on PS3 had a little thumbstick.
I don't think.
Right?
Maybe it was a separate one that you could get, but the one that comes with the one that comes with the VR does not have a thumbstick.
Okay, because I thought the Move on PS3, I'm pretty certain had like a little nunchuck thing.
Yeah, but so if they added that to these controllers, I could then move my character. All I need is one. I don't need two analog sticks. I just need one stick to move my character forward and backwards, and then I can turn my body to turn my camera angle. I don't need anything more than that. Like if they added that to a wand, that would completely change VR, because then I could actually move forward. It has basically, if you want to like compare it to an actual controller right now, all the Move controllers have is an L1, R1. It has triggers, so L2, R2, just those. And then it has the big button in the middle, which is like your action button. Then they have almost unreachable. They have the X, circle, triangle, and square. The X
Wait,
and circle
is it the same setup as the PS3 one? Because I have the PS3 Move controller.
Oh, it should be, because I know you can use them, so I don't know. But yeah, it should be the same thing, to where you can't really reach the triangle and square, but the circle and X are accessible easily, and the big button. But if they just below the big button, if they took out the big button on one of the controllers or something, or shifted it a little bit, however they do it, just give me the ability to walk with the Move controllers and still be able to grab things and throw things and aim things and stuff, I would feel a lot more immersed than the controller. I actually had a really hard time playing the VR for Resident Evil 7, because I had three ways to move my character. I could move my head, I could move the right analog, or I could move the left analog. And getting used to all three different parts of it was just nauseating at some points. And I haven't gotten sick with the VR. I haven't thrown up yet. But playing Resident Evil 7 with all the options, when things got scary, you panic and you start I'm holding a controller, so my fingers want to do what it's been trained to do for the last 25 years. So I would love to see them do some enhancements. The PlayStation camera is not ideal. It's PS3 technology, even probably late PS2 with the PlayStation Eye.
Yeah.
Some of that technology is probably still there. I would like to see an enhancement on that. I think while the lenses inside, the actual display, before actually the PlayStation E3 conference started, there was a segment when they were talking about innovation, the I&D department for the PlayStation VR, and they were talking about some things that they were looking into. They were looking into the ability for the lenses inside to have a camera that tracks your eye movement. And when your eyes look at something, it focuses. Because like if you're sitting in your room right now and you look at a water bottle, you're looking at it. You're not looking through it. To where the VR current lenses, it just shows you this whole screen. You can't really focus in on something and really try and read something. If it's blurry on the screen. But they're talking about like, oh, it'd be great if in the VR world you could look at something and you could squint and your eyes will focus harder on it. Then they started talking about the the display screens becoming better resolution and stuff, but they didn't talk anything. They didn't mention anything in this I&D department about how their controls were off or their sensors were incompatible. Like they're just limiting. Like that's the most limiting thing about the VR is the controls and the sensor. And I could talk about this forever, but I'm gonna stop myself here.
I'm just not sold on the whole VR thing yet. I think I would have to play something that like really nailed it. But like so far, I don't see me coming home from work and being like, okay, let's play some video games, and then popping on this headset and stuff and moving my body around. Like, I want to like sit on the couch and like play some Street Fighter.
Yeah, well, Tekken has a VR mode where you can spectate.
Woo!
Yeah, no, I completely agree. You guys mentioned it. It's a lot of the stuff is a little gimmicky right now. They haven't really figured out how to really implement any VR stuff. It's very arcade-like to where it's kind of like you pop in a quarter, you play for a couple minutes, and then you're like, all right, I'm out. I'm like out of quarters. It's just kind of you get burnt
Virtual
out. Virtual
VR quarters.
Yeah, your VR quarters, your mind gets taxed, your body wants to sit its ass on the couch.
But it's Final Fantasy fishing.
That's the game that's going to pull VR out of obscurity.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one that's going to bring it out. We're all laughing now. But what if it is? Like, what if it's the one people are like, holy shit, have you played Final Fantasy Fishing?
Like, I can't get enough of it.
I can't. I really hope not. Like, I really don't want to hear people be like, dude, I just bought a VR. Oh, yeah? What'd you buy? Final Fantasy Fishing.
Wah, wah.
I don't want this VR train to take off, like in the state that it is now, because I don't think it has what it needs still. I think it still needs a lot of work, and yeah, they're still trying to push it as the new thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the controls, if they improve controller movement and being able to actually move your character properly or more effectively, not even properly, but more effectively, I think that'll change it a lot. If it actually feels like because playing the Batman VR game that they had, I will say I enjoyed it immensely, but I would have loved to be able to walk around and explore the crime scenes instead of pressing the big button and I just teleport over. And I even saw on the E3 gamers, PC gamers, they were talking about, I think it was Quake has a VR mode, or I don't think it was Quake, but it was another game for the VR or for the Oculus Rift, or HTC Vive, whatever. It's one of those games where the movement was your character teleporting to like different spots. So your character would move around and stuff, and you get knocked in the air, or you'd want to get somewhere fast, and your guy you'd click it, and he would jump to that spot. And he would move around a little bit, like you could stutter, sidestep, and all that kind of stuff. But if you really wanted to get out of the way of something, you'd look somewhere, and then you'd hit the button, and your guy would jump over there. And they showed you the animation of your character jumping. So it's a little bit it's just not. I want a bigger leap and bounds away from the current point and click to where I want to walk to.
Just wait until we get Sonic VR, then we'll all throw up.
Oh, dude, they actually have a game.
Gotta go fast.
They have a game where you're just going through a tunnel of lights, and it's just like epileptics just waiting to happen. Epilepsy waiting to happen.
All right. Okay. Beyond VR, what else? What else do we want to see?
Final Fantasy VII.
Do they still support the Vita?
No.
No. Well, games are still coming out, right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
and they still have like the network stuff up, so like they support it in some ways, I guess.
In spirit.
Spirit, yeah. They could just like at least for like 3 seconds be like, and we have Vita.
Yeah.
Then just move on.
I don't know what their deal is with the Vita. It's not that hard. Just make a game.
They were like hyping that up for a bit, and then like it happened, and they were just like, "Nope, okay, we're good."
That's very strange. Yeah, I think that's it.
Like, it's almost like they forgot that they had to try.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it though.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII, Crash Bandicoot.
7, Jack and Daxter 7.
Yeah, Jack and Daxter would be a good one to bring out.
As long as it's by Naughty Dog. I don't know if another studio can handle that. That they did that with the Sly Cooper 4, and it wasn't a bad game by any means, but it lost some of the charm that the originals had. So if they make a Jack 4, it has to be by Naughty Dog. I would have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Shoot, how long have we been going, Spencer?
It'll be an hour. It'll be an hour and a couple of seconds.
Oh, it's a good time to end.
Yeah. I'm Spencer.
I'm your local VR guy, Eric.
And I fucking hate God of War. And all right, bye.
Hey geeks and gamers, TurboBot90013 here. Remember to subscribe to the Turbo Zone for more content. The Arcade Overlord, thank you. Stay retro. Turbo Zone.